Alright, I'll show you how to put amp and subs in a 24 Chevy Malibu. My power wire connection is to the positive post of the battery. It's a 10mm socket. I routed the power wire through the driver's side firewall. Down by the pedals, you can see I used the hood pop grommet for the power wire. I've also installed the amplifier's bass knob right there. Easy access. And the driver's side B pillar to access the driver's side rear speaker. I'm just running speaker wire to looks like green black is negative and green is positive. I'm using posi taps for connections and then speaker wire to the trunk. On the passenger side B pillar, I'm tagged into blue black for negative speaker and white for positive speaker. Again, using posi taps and speaker wire ran to the trunk. I'm installing a Rockford Fosgate P300-12, so the amplifier is built in to the side of the enclosure. So the speaker wires are ran to the trunk, and then you have to cut the RCA connectors because we're going to be running this high pass, not low pass. So you just solder the connections, and then this plugs in to the audio input right there. And then you want to make sure that you have your input level set to high pass instead of low pass, which is the switch right there in the center. For my ground, I just tagged into this 15mm seatbelt bolt. Or it's this rear seat bracket, I guess it's not seatbelt. Rear seat bracket. If you don't want to use an existing bolt, you can always scrape the paint and use a self-tapping screw. Then loom everything up really nice when you're finished, so it looks nice. So these Chevys have what's called a active noise cancellation system, the ANC. That will have to be disabled if you're adding a aftermarket subwoofer. Alright, so down in the passenger kick panel, this is your tuner, and you're going to want to disconnect the purple blue wire right here. That is the ANC mic. There's the other side of it. Just simply cut that wire, and then you won't have unwanted noise through your subwoofers from the ANC system. You can also tag your speaker wires down here if you want, if you don't want to take your B pillars apart. Looks like there's your passenger side and driver side. Just be careful because there are multiple green black wires. That's why I tagged into the B pillars. Or just use a multimeter to figure out what wires you need to tap into. But this looks like the driver side and passenger side rear speaker wires right there.